Keep your electric eye on me, babe. Put your ray gun to my head. Press your space face close to mine, love. Freak out in a moon age daydream. Oh yeah.
The Interplanetary Podcast. The exploration of space for the benefit of all mankind. Your hosts here in London, Matthew Russell and Jamie Franklin.
Oh yeah, baby.
Bowie.
I think we buggered that one.
Wow. It's almost like we'd rehearsed.
It will all come out in the mix.
Exactly. Matt's very good at post-prod, so we'll all be fine.
And post-prog.
Very true. Very true indeed. So, Matthew, how are you on this drizzly, rainy English day?
Do you know what? It's just become sunshine here after literally 5 days of proper Storm Francis and whatever the next one's called. Yeah, it's been full on. But we're joined by Spodcats. We're having a party. So I'm going to ask each Spodcat to introduce themselves and let me know what beverage they're partaking in.
I'm Bob, and I'm drinking a session IPA from Gloucester Brewery.
Yes, get in, Bob.
And I'm Rob, and I'm drinking nothing, and I'm absolutely parched.
I know. I feel as though we got stitched up by Bob. I forgot to bring in something to drink.
Yeah, should have planned ahead.
Last but not least, let's bring in the German contingent.
Yes, hi, I'm Sven, and I'm going to run to the fridge and grab a beer also.
Good man.
Yes, get in, Sven. Jamie, we're having a party for your final.
Oh, thanks very much. It's lovely to have everyone here. Let's make it a good one, shall we?
So, Jamie, do you know what happened in 1993?
There was some good albums, but in the space world, I'm unsure.
What good album was there then, 93?
Well, I mean, multiple, but why don't we speak about something even more?
Thinking, was it Rage Against the Machine's first album?
Well, I'm not sure if that was that 93. When was Soundgarden Super Unknown? Was that 94? Well, we'll have to find out after this call. But Matt, tell me about...
Yeah, we're definitely killing episode 200 so far.
Tell me about Galileo.
See, you did know. Galileo discovered, in fact, if you go back to the classic Galileo, you'd have remembered this. And actually, I've got a space quiz for you all.
Yes.
It's going to be a fact or fiction space quiz for everyone on the channel. And we'll see who wins. But yes, Galileo spacecraft discovered the moon Dactyl.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's the first known moon of an asteroid. Discovered by Anne Harch.
Has it got anything to do with the dinosaur pterodactyl?
I think they are. I think dactyls are some kind of Greek mythological monster.
I think it means finger, Matt.
Dactyl means finger.
Yeah, as in polydactyly, which means you've got more than 5 fingers.
We're going to bow to the doctor here.
You know, this is...
Yeah, that's also a really expensive keyboard.
This is good. You're going to make us look even more
unintelligent. So what does pterodactyl mean? Does it literally mean earth fingers?
The wings are their fingers. All the bones of the wings are their fingers. So it's something to do with that. I could look it up.
Well, I'll tell you what. One of you look it up while we ruin the rest of this segment. It's so it's the moon of Ida, which I think is the third biggest body in the asteroid belt. So it's not quite as big as Vesta, and it's definitely not even as round as Vesta, and it's nowhere near as big as Ceres.
Yeah, you have to be fattest, didn't you?
Ida itself was the second asteroid ever to be visited by a spacecraft, that spacecraft being Galileo again, 2 years earlier. So it is, isn't it? But we kind of take visiting asteroids for granted now.
Especially when we're shooting bullets in them.
Yeah, shooting bullets in them, scraping the top off them, landing on them, all sorts of things. Although that was a comet, to be fair. It is episode 200. We are going to do 2 brilliant stories that came in on the Discord, and one's about my favourite, Oumuamua.
You love Oumuamua,
I do love Oumuamua, although apparently that comma is some form of glottal pulse. I don't know how to say it now.
You've put in the notes this week that it might be alien after all. And what are you trying to excite me? I mean, what's going on?
But I did put in brackets, of course it isn't though. Because it never is. It's never aliens, Jamie. Yeah,
well, just one day it might be, and then you'll come running back.
Well, remember we talked ages ago about Oumuamua might be a solar sail. It might actually be solar sailing into the solar system and back out again. And the reason why they said that is because it was accelerating away when it shouldn't have been. It was under some other influence of another force. But one of the things it was missing is a tail or some form of coma like a comet has, which shows that it's sort of outgassing.
Okay.
There was that theory for a bit, and everyone goes, "Oh my god, maybe Oumuamua is like a bit of an alien spacecraft." That was kind of poo-pooed quite recently with another paper. It's not the paper I'm talking about this time, where they discussed that it might be a hydrogen ice that's forged in a giant molecular cloud, or a GMC, as you know it to be.
Come on.
And that's
I've got 3 or 4 GMC t-shirts.
Oh, yes, that'd be quite a nice t-shirt, a giant molecular cloud t-shirt. And apparently it's 5 kiloparsecs away, which would mean that the journey would take 100 million years for Oumuamua to do. So it basically this giant molecular cloud, and you get hydrogen ice forming this enormous object. Not the best Kessel run, as Bob says.
Yes.
It's good.
Nice.
I'll tell you what it explains is the outgassing that would create this acceleration would be explained if this object was made from hydrogen ice, because you wouldn't be able to see the outgassing using the telescopes that we have. And so it seemed to be a reasonable explanation that Oumuamua was this great big chunk of hydrogen ice, and it was floating into the solar system and outgassing.
Damn.
And Sven is wondering what that outgassing smells like.
Yeah.
Doesn't everything in space smell like fireworks?
Well, apparently that's what they say. But
maybe not Oumuamua.
I don't
know. Welding. That's what it smells like. They're welding.
Oh wow! Do you get the mask as well? I've always wanted one of them welding masks. I think in a pandemic is my hope to get one, and people might not look at me too weirdly.
But here's the thing: Abraham Loeb, who is the person that came up with the idea originally that it was some form of solar sail, he's been working with a scientist called Tiem Hoang, who I believe is Korean. And they've recently done a paper to try and go out and disprove this hydrogen ice idea. And what they've shown is this hydrogen ice entity wouldn't have made it across the interstellar medium, or the ISM, intact. Oh. So as you float through space, it simply isn't empty, and obviously it's being bombarded by gas, dust, radiation, cosmic rays, starlight, all those sort of things. It just wouldn't make this 100 million year journey. So it kind of rules out this other paper, which in the article means that it rules back in that it might be an alien after all. But it has to be said that everything to do with Oumuamua, it's what I like about it is that we've only seen a tiny speck, like coming into the solar system. We only actually saw it as it was leaving the solar system. I mean, that's the funny thing. We saw it as it was leaving, and it's only 100 to 1,000 meters long and 35 meters, 167 meters wide. So this is a tiny dot that we're watching from 33 million kilometers away.
And Matt, I think before we did the podcast, it might have really excited us and interested us, but I mean, it is interesting, but when you hear stories now weekly about asteroids that are going to crash into the Earth and the sensationalism of it all, we've become a bit blasé about it, haven't we?
Yeah, the Daily Express, exactly.
There's another one saying that the day before the election in the States, there's going to be a deadly asteroid that's going to smash into Earth.
It's a 2-meter asteroid.
It doesn't matter if you vote, which is bollocks. Please go out and vote.
It's definitely important that you vote this time round.
Yeah, as Bob says, it's always the Daily Express, and it's always the size of a car. That's so true.
It's always the size of a car.
So true.
And it's always about 3 moon orbits away as well. So it's not even close, but closer than 33 million kilometers. Oumuamua, though, is really fascinating. The fact that the very first object that's come into our solar system as a kind of interstellar visitor is such a weird object. There's lots of things that are weird about it. The way that it's coming in, if it's the only one of its kind, or even if it's reasonably common, it would be incredibly unlikely that it was coming in so close. It's almost like it's been aimed at us to see. That's the crazy thing about Oumuamua. There's loads of stuff about Oumuamua that I find incredible. My favorite fact is that it's kind of at rest compared to the rest of the galaxy, and we're whizzing past it. What does everyone else reckon? We're up for Spodcat involvement here. Who's got conjecture about what Oumuamua is?
I reckon it's a bit of planetoid crust. What Psyche left behind? What got blown off Psyche?
Yeah, well, it could even be Psyche, couldn't it? Because apparently it could have come from the Oort cloud, Oumuamua.
It's metallic, right?
Is it metallic, though?
It has a color of rust,
The pictures of Oumuamua are by a particular artist, aren't they? Virtually all of them. M. Kornmesser. And I see his name a lot on lots and lots of different things. M. Kornmesser is the person that did the picture of Oumuamua. And I noticed that people just shrink the image and color it red and things like that as we know more and more about it.
I hope it is metal, Matt, because then I can make my Black Sabbath joke.
Which is?
Well, just about it being heavy metal.
Yeah, you need to work on it.
If that's left in, then episode 200 did not go well.
See, Bob's rescued you here.
Cheers, Bob.
It's a Judas Priest style heavy metal because it's breaking the law of physics.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there we go.
Wow.
I think that's
it.
Save,
literally saved. That's brilliant.
Oh.
I'm excited about the quiz. Let's have it.
So here's how to play the quiz. Right, I'm going to read you 3 facts, and one of them isn't a fact at all.
Ooh.
Right, and I read them out, and then I'm going to go round each one of you with Jamie last, giving me which one they think is the false one.
No cheating.
These are all the facts that have come up on the show quite recently. So we should be able to, obviously if you've been listening properly, Jamie, you'll get this. So the supermassive black hole this is fact number 1. The supermassive black hole at the center of the galaxy is called Sagittarius A star. And it's roughly 4 million times more massive than the sun, and has an event horizon that would contain the solar system all the way out to Pluto. So its Schwarzschild, although I reckon Sven can say that much better than me, its Schwarzschild radius is out to Pluto. So that's fact number 1. 4 million times the mass of the sun, enormous, supermassive black hole at the center of our galaxy, Sagittarius A star.
Schwarzschild, by the way.
Schwarzschild. Is that better?
Yeah, but you did fine.
Oh, yes. What's really funny is my dad...
B minus.
Yeah, my dad pulled me up on it when I was explaining this, and he said, that can't be how you pronounce it. And he was right. We looked it up. But yes, Sven, yours is absolutely spot on. But I don't need to tell you that.
Maybe we should call it Black Shield,
Yeah.
Translated.
Perfect.
Isn't it funny that his name was Black Shield, and somehow it looks like a black shield, doesn't it? The Schwarzschild radius. There we go. So, fact number 2.
Love it.
If the sun was the size of a football, Earth would be little more than a coarse grain of sand and would be orbiting about 24 meters away. So imagine that. You've got a sun the size of a football. Earth is a grain of sand orbiting 24 meters away. And Pluto would almost be a kilometer away and would be smaller than a grain of flour. Right? That's fact number 2. Fact number 3. If the space shuttle was used to get to the nearest star using its fabulous RS-25 engines that are being used on SLS because they're so good, right? if it needs to get there in less than 80 years, i.e. a human lifetime. So you just say, right, let's use a space shuttle. Let's fly to Proxima Centauri in a space shuttle. The fuel tanks would need to be bigger than the observable universe. Right? That's fact number 3. So who wants to go first? Who wants to give their reasoning about whether fact 1, fact 2, or fact 3 is correct? I'm going to go with Bob.
Go on, Bob. You can do this.
I reckon it's fact number 2 that's wrong. I reckon that the Earth relatively would be bigger than a grain of sand.
Bigger than a grain of sand. Okay.
Relatively, and I think it's a bit further than 24 meters.
The sun's the size of a football. It's further away than 24 meters, and a little bit bigger than a coarse. Remember, I said coarse grain of sand. I don't.
maybe a bit of gravel.
Okay, so you're buying the fuel tanks bigger than the observable universe, and you're buying
that.
Yeah, okay,
that rings a bell.
Okay,
and I'm pretty sure the first one's spot on.
Supermassive black holes. Right. Yeah. Okay. So that's Bob. What about Rob?
I'm going for 3. I think that's fiction.
You think the fiction is the fuel tanks, the size of the observable universe?
Yeah. I mean, it's a long way to go, but the observable universe is a pretty big space.
Rocket engines are just wildly inefficient. Chemical energy? Are you joking, Rob? Anyway, you might be right. Right, it might be fact. Fact number 3 might be wrong.
Matt, you're a very aggressive quizmaster.
Sven, what do you reckon?
Yeah, I don't know. If you have a chemical engine, can you even go faster than a certain limit at one point? I'm not sure. Can you?
Well, I think I don't see why you can't just keep accelerating. I think there probably is a limit, but I think you can do it. I think you can do it.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
And anyway, the third one sounds. They all sound kind of true, but I go for
that's the idea.
Yeah.
That was the fun.
They all sound true because space is a weird place, clearly.
Yeah, space is totally.
It is weird.
Yeah.
So that leaves last but not least. So have we got a spread there? Which one would you saying, Sven?
Number 3.
You're number 3. So Rob and Sven with 3. Bob on 2. Is Jamie going to split the vote?
I'm going to split the vote because number 1 sounds like it's very familiar in my head at being very true. But I think what you've done, Matt, is cleverly skew one of the facts within that. I think that you're right about most of that, but I don't believe the size of the event horizon. So I'm going to say number 1.
Yeah, it sounds a bit large.
Wow.
I've been wrong in every single episode since. But I'm hoping for this one.
This is episode 200. Well, do you know, right. So let's keep Jamie in we can only keep him in suspense for 1. So let's go with fact number 3. Fact number 3 is a fact, apparently. The engines would have to be the size of the observable universe if you work out the energy required for chemical engines to get to Proxima Centauri. Now, I first heard that fact on PBS Spacetime, Matt O'Dowd, and he's a pretty good source, I reckon. But I have since asked Kelvin as well, the interstellar expert, and he did back me up. So I believe that is true.
So does that assume you just keep putting your foot down the whole way there?
Yeah, absolutely. So you're just blasting all the way there.
Right.
I think you
Not
have
slowing down.
You also, I don't even think it involves slowing down either. I think that's just literally whizzing past at some percentage of the speed of light. It's basically impossible using normal rocket engines to go anywhere out of the solar system.
Project Orion, right?
Yeah, no, absolutely. You need something with
throwing out nukes.
Even then, it was something like 10 times the world's arsenal of nuclear bombs being chucked out the back or something. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And the world's nuclear arsenal is ridiculous as well. Fact number 2. This is it. So it's who's going to win out of Bob and Jamie now. It's the
Clash of the Titans.
I'm definitely.
My money's on Jamie now.
So yes, if the sun was the size of a football, Earth indeed would be only a coarse grain of sand. 2 millimeters across. And it would be
foiled
at 24 meters away. Isn't that incredible? It's amazing that the sun holds the Earth in its gravitational pull. Just seems so ridiculous. And then if you imagine like a football and it's holding Pluto and it's smaller than a grain of flour, it's incredible, isn't it, that?
Oh, I just had gravel in my mind there.
Yeah, well, maybe I should have gone with gravel.
Matt, I feel a bit queasy. Are you saying that I've won the quiz?
I must admit, this is actually incredible, Jamie. Not only have you won the quiz, but you were absolutely spot on.
Yes,
I skewed one of the facts. No, do you know what? I was thinking this feels like a fix.
It feels like a fix, but it's not.
Normally I do feed Jamie the facts here, but this time, no, this is just on my desktop.
See, I've been lulling you all into a false sense of security. I'm actually way more intelligent than Matt about all things space, and I've just proved it.
Wow, I have to say.
In fact, that's why I'm not doing the podcast anymore, because it's just beneath me. It's beneath me.
Yeah, you are retiring on a high.
These are high school questions.
Well done, Jeff.
So get this. So Sagittarius, even though it's 4 million times more massive than the sun, yes, its event horizon would only go out. Wouldn't even go a fifth of the way to Mercury. So it's only 12 million kilometers in radius, but
that's smaller than Betelgeuse.
Yeah, it's right.
Way
it
smaller.
Is way smaller. Yeah. Even though it's unbelievably much more massive. Yeah. It's crazy, isn't it? But
I feel incredible. Am I going to get any form of prize? What do I get?
I think you just get to be fair, the pride of winning against the Spodcats. Like the old.
Do you know what? That's not enough for me. I want something physical.
I'll send you an interplanetary mug.
Can I get an I've got an interplanetary mug, but maybe I could get I've always wanted an interplanetary bed sheet.
Oh yes,
like a duvet cover. That's what I mean.
There we go. Jamie gets to win the interplanetary duvet cover.
Yes,
as long as the other Spodcats approve of that as the final prize. Well, that's amazing, Jamie. I'm super impressed.
Are you proud of me, Matt?
I am super proud of you. There is a black hole, isn't there? TON 108 or something like that, where the event horizon is lots bigger than the entire solar system, which makes you realize how big that thing must be.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
That's like billions of solar masses, not millions, right?
Yeah, it's billions of solar masses. That thing must be just terrifying. Because we still haven't seen the picture, have we, of Sagittarius A star? Because that was the one that they were going to release.
That was the one.
But we've still not seen that picture, have we? So there's obviously still struggling.
They need to get cracking.
Resolution. Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed.
It's been a long time since the last one, although I was so excited about that. I'm still excited about that.
It is absolutely epic.
The Interplanetary Podcast, putting the ace back
Your final
into
story,
space.
Jamie.
Yeah, the final story.
The final story. Oh, actually, before we go on to the final story, I just wanted to remind you, Jamie. You know the Oh Yeah Baby Space.
Yeah.
Can you remember where that started?
I always just thought it was you doing a little Matt Russell song.
No, you started it. I thought you might think this, but you started it. An early episode. We were talking about, and I was thinking about this today because Nicholas Booth tweeted about it. But remember, we did an episode about the English space shuttle, the Mustard, the British.
I do remember that. Yeah,
the guy from Grimsby who came up with the 3 space shuttles that slot together called Mustard, and
That's
you
right.
started the show with "What would you eat in a nebula? I'd have asparagus and mustard. Oh yeah, baby space."
Do you know what? I literally have forgotten about that, but you're right.
Yeah,
I might have to go back and listen to that episode now.
And it became.
I apologise to everyone, especially. I mean, do you think we still have that listener that it annoyed?
Yeah, he definitely does still listen.
Really?
Yeah, he got over it. Oh
my God.
He occasionally WhatsApps me to let me know.
Really?
Yeah. But
well, I'm very proud.
Yeah, it was a very clever bit of music, Jamie. You were talking about nebulas. You were talking about asparagus, because of course this mustard had asparagus staging, which was what I took. And
making me hungry.
It's so long ago. It was what the Falcon Heavy was supposed to have asparagus staging, which it doesn't. But back then, it was that was Elon Musk's plan. That's how long ago the song was.
Making my wee smell at the thought of it.
Yeah. Does everyone's wee smell after they eat asparagus? We have
Yeah. Let us know on Discord.
Let us know on Discord.
Do you know what else was scary? I was talking to my girlfriend about this, Matt.
It does, yeah, pretty much so. You'd be a bit of a freak if it didn't.
Bob, why does it smell after asparagus and sugar plum?
I think it's something to do with the amino acid asparagine. I think that's what I was told, but it's not really come up in studies about disease.
What about Bob? What about when I eat beetroot? It turns my number twos a lovely shade of purple.
I think that's fairly ubiquitous as well.
I assume that's it's pretty easy to work out.
I don't think Bob signed up for a consultation, did he?
At least I hope I was eating beetroot. I could be very sick. I mean, I am sick, but only in the youth talk way.
Good job, wasn't beetroot and peanuts.
Oh my God, yeah, very true.
I have heard that beetroot doesn't normally make your wee red, but occasionally, because there's an enzyme that breaks down the beetroot colour so it doesn't come out red, but occasionally it does. If you're sort of low on that particular enzyme when you were eating.
Oh, that would be beetroot. Scary.
Yeah, so sometimes, you can have red wee.
Oh, I need to ask what asparagus staging is, though. I think I must have missed that episode.
So asparagus staging is, imagine Falcon Heavy.
Right.
You've got the two boosters either side. They get fed. They feed some of their fuel into the center one, so that they run out of fuel, but are filling up the center one as well, and you get slightly more performance because you've got rid of these two, and you've almost got a full center center booster. But apparently, it's insanely complicated because the way everything sloshes around and stuff like that. Cross-feed baby, exactly, Bob.
So what's the reference to asparagus? I don't see the analogy.
Oh, because they look like bunches of asparagus, don't they?
Just a visual
Falcon
one, right?
Heavy.
Right.
Yeah, so it's like that kind of rocket where you've strapped three together look like bunches of asparagus.
Okay, fair enough.
I think that's it. Yeah.
So they planned to do this on Falcon Heavy, but they didn't?
I think they even maybe planned to do it on Delta 4, but didn't. But you get slightly more performance, but I think it's just very, very complicated to do.
I was imagining something much more complex, but if it just looks like asparagus, then it's reason enough, I guess.
It just looks like asparagus. But yeah, that was the start of the song. I was addicted to the baby space.
Well, I just absolutely forgot about the history of it. Thank you for reminding me.
Talking of asparagus, though, Jamie, there's nothing to do with asparagus in this next bit. It's for the last 33,000 years, spaceship Earth itself has been moving through the cloud of a giant nuclear explosion.
Is that called local fluff?
Local fluff.
Yeah, local fluff, and we're sort of it's outside of the local bubble.
Google backs up Jamie there, I'm afraid.
Yes,
backs him up. My God, Jamie, what's happening?
Literally, I've come of age on the last day.
Yeah. Oh God!
The local interstellar cloud LIC is also known as the local.
Yeah, I've got to say, I was pretty trepidatious about googling for that.
It's actually a smaller one. So we've been moving through this fluff thing for millions of years, but recently, for the last 33,000 years, we've been moving through smaller, more dense cloud, basically.
Oh yes. Now that is the kind of precision clarity I expect from the German.
There we go.
That's what we need on the show.
I think I hit my head yesterday, and all of these facts are just coming out. I don't know what's going on.
What's more dense than fluff? Is there a punchline to this, Bob?
No, it sounds like a joke, but I just wondered
What's more?
No, just if we've been moving through the fluff for 30 odd million years or whatever, and now it's something more dense. I wonder what that's called.
The foam.
Do you know that you can buy in a jar? You can buy fluff. It's just like a spreadable marshmallow. Have you seen that in the supermarket?
I have seen it, but I've never thought to buy it.
I bought it once when I was about 18, and I still think I've got palpitations from the sugar.
Yeah, it's the sort of thing that makes my teeth itch thinking about it.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's
no regrets.
Well, this paper, Jamie, was in the fantastically named Penis Journal.
Oh, I'm a fan of that.
Penis, and yes, it is iron 60 deposit during the late Pleistocene and the Holocene echoes past supernova activity.
What did you say? Holocene.
Yeah.
I thought you'd said halocline, which is actually in caves, underwater caves. It's a meeting of salt and fresh water that in the 50s, lots of divers went through and they thought they saw a pocket of air. So they'd swim up, take their respirator out and breathe in thinking it was air, but it was the fresh water. And so they would die. Lots of deaths happened like that. And that's called a halocline. There you go.
I mean, heck, Jamie, you're smashing out the facts.
I know. I'm literally on fire. I think I have to join 201, don't I?
Yeah. Have you been? What's the drug in Limitless? Have you been on that?
I did snort some Marmite this morning, so maybe it's that.
that will do it. Oh yes, submarines hide under them. In fact, it's one of my favourite bits of that David Attenborough thing, isn't it? Where they go down and there's that freshwater lake.
Yes.
Underneath the sea, and there's loads of life at the edge, and it just looks like a lake, but it's under the water. It's just weird. Oh my God.
Red October. Do you remember that film?
It's a great
film. Sean Connery, was it? Didn't Sean Connery just turn 80? Is that right? 80?
That's right, yeah, he's 90. No, he's 90.
No.
Yeah, he's 90.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, yesterday, right?
Yeah. Happy birthday.
Oh my
God. Actually, talking of happy birthday to Sean Connery, but Anthony from Miko's just had a little baby boy. So congratulations.
Yes, Anthony.
Yeah.
Congratulations,
Anthony. Well done.
Cute kid.
Yeah, very cute kid.
By the way, Tremorklein, also it's a really cool German word. It's called Sprungschicht, which means the jump layer. Because I think the density jumps, I guess. So that's also what's causing the optical effect.
Oh, wow. That is incredible. Can you, in the Discord, I was just about to say, can you put that in the Discord so I can see it? Look at that. I'm going to Google that afterwards. Sprungschicht.
Yeah.
I need to work on my diction.
That is super Boston. Anyway, so yes, we've got this dust. This is such a cool story, Jamie. We've been traveling through these different clouds from supernova explosions, and as a result, there's this iron 60, which is an isotope of iron. There's absolutely loads of isotopes of iron, but there's only sort of two that are quite stable. One of them being iron 60. This iron 60 rains down on the Earth as we travel through the fluff. Still, one of the best facts ever is how much stuff actually makes it down onto the Earth's surface. 40,000 metric tons of interplanetary matter make it down to the Earth's surface, and obviously every year. So that's like 500 to 300 tons a day, which is pretty amazing, isn't it?
Nuts.
And actually, the one that surprised me was that there was about 5 or 6 objects over a kilogram that hit an area the size of Texas each year. But no one's ever been hit by one. It seems to be like really incredible, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Do you know what? I don't know how much mass the Earth is losing, but I actually think the Earth is actually putting weight on in the end. I think that was the conclusion.
You think so? Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Unlike Mars.
Yeah, we've had this.
Mars is also losing atmosphere but gaining mass. I don't know.
In the pandemic, everyone's gained a bit of weight, haven't they?
We had this on an episode whether the Earth was putting on weight or losing weight, and I actually can't remember. I'm gonna have to go back. I have to find it. But so the oceans and everything have been filling up with this iron 60, but it doesn't last very long. So it's only got a half-life of about 2.6 million years, this stuff. And they found deposits of it from 2.6 million and 6 million years ago at the bottom of the ocean floor. And they found it recently lying on top of the Antarctic snow, like just freshly fallen iron 60 dust that's come down from outer space. And
yeah, that is special.
Yeah, and the really cool one, and this is fantastic, that should episode 200, is that NASA back in August 25th, 1997, almost to the day, launched ACE, the Advanced Composition Explorer. NASA put ACE into space pretty much to the day in 1997. And it's in my favourite orbit as well, the Lisa Zhu in L1 Lagrange point.
I'll tell you what, if there's an orbit to rev your engines, it's that one.
That is definitely the other one that revs it. But this is, get this, this is such a great fact. So the scientists have been looking at deep sea sediment again from the last 33,000 years. And they've literally been doing single atom counting of the iron 60 atoms. Right? And this is the best bit, is that they detected 19 atoms. Which is about I know this is ridiculous, isn't it? So you suddenly realise this isn't just stuff lying around. It's like you have to get loads of the stuff and then find the ones that are in there. And it's 19 of them from a sample. With atoms, it's just ridiculous, right?
Oh, that's nuts.
And that's in line with these previous findings everywhere. But you'd expect it to be less because of this half-life. But it's about the same. So it looks like...
I think you forgot to mention that this iron 60 is only generated inside of stars. So
yes, that is a very important point.
When the star goes supernova, it gets spread around the galaxy. And
So iron 60 has to be forged in... I think it can be forged in giant stars and come out in their normal solar wind, but that's giant stars, as in much bigger than the sun, and supernova explosions. So, supernova explosions. So for iron 60 to be there, we must be going into the dust of supernova explosions, because it can't be left over from the Earth ingredients, because that would have long lost its... it would have changed into... It would have already have decayed away into normal iron long time ago. So, good point. But the fact that it's a similar kind of thing means that the local cloud that we're going through itself is probably stumbling into a much larger ancient supernova. We're going into a bigger, into the iron fluff.
Iron fluff, which of course was Matt's B-side, recorded in the late 80s.
Yeah, exactly. So they need
also
to
be a haircut.
I've had my hair cut several times, although I need it cut properly now.
Do you know what, Sven? When you said haircut, I was just thrown back to the time I used to work for Fender Guitars, and there was a guy there who was weirdly enough, he was called Bob actually, and then we had a German colleague who came over to visit the UK Fender office. Mm-hmm. And Bob's hair was kind of wild, and this German colleague of ours said that it looks like Bob combs his hair with a shotgun. Okay. So I've always liked it when Germans talk about haircuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's my story.
Cool. I've got a German story with hair as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was and this is honestly true. We had a teacher called Mr. Brush. And when the German exchange students came over, they, of course, called him Hairbrush. It was fantastic.
Hairbrush. Very clever.
It's actually true. It's not. I'm not even making that up. That's my German hair story. We've both got one, Jamie.
Incredible.
What's the chances of that?
That's absolutely crazy. So I should have said, "Es tut mir leid," because I was 4 minutes late for the podcast, wasn't I?
Yeah.
That's one of the only sentences I remember. Sorry, I'm late. Every time I was late for my German class, I would, pull that one out, see if I could get in less trouble. It didn't work.
Well, you still got it. You must have practiced this a lot.
Definitely etched to the brain, that one.
So yeah, that's it. So all the scientists, they just have to work out now whether this is actually right. So they need to get far more samples from in between now and the last 33,000 years, if they can find all these different deposits, and see if it's changing or not changing, to sort of nail down whether we're going through two big clouds at the moment. But I think that's really cool. And Rob made a great point in the notes, because you've heard of that thing, haven't you, where there's possibility that some of the great extinctions that have happened on Earth have been caused by supernovas. Well, maybe we're now traveling through the cloud of one of the supernovas that created a mass extinction. What do you think about that?
Is nuts.
It is.
God damn.
Because there was another story about the Chandra X-ray telescope is measuring the speed that the supernova cloud moves, and it's a lot slower than all the particles coming out. But the cloud itself moves at 25,000 miles per second.
That's fast.
Damn.
Super fast, but that quite a lot slower than the cosmic rays that would have been coming out that caused the mass extinction. So yeah, you could literally have both. You could have a mass extinction and then a few billion years later be flying through the blooming cloud as a sort of double insult.
Yeah, God, thanks a lot. Thanks for the reminder, universe.
So yeah.
Another theory is that we get them from crossing the ecliptic plane of the galaxy, right?
Oh yeah, there's that one as well. We've got it from all angles, haven't we? We've got the
Literally
asteroids.
Lucky to be alive.
We've got the comets. Got interstellar visitors. We've got clouds of radioactive iron. Good grief.
COVID-19.
Sven, have you ever read the aquatic ape theory?
No, I don't think I have.
It's a theory about the apes living in swamps, and they were eating plants that were psychedelic, and that caused their brains to develop in a certain way that went on to become human beings. It's a great book. I'll have to send it to you. I don't know why I said that.
Is it serious, or
it's a pretty fringe theory, isn't it? But it was particularly popular.
It's definitely fringe, but I quite like reading those things sometimes, even though I sort of know they're probably not true.
Is it by Tim Leary?
It sounds quite.
It's based on the idea that we were coastal, isn't it? That we were sort of.
This is right. Yeah,
and there was some sort of connection with our body fat and the way it insulated us or something. No, but there was one particular person who developed that theory for many years.
Just sounds like an excuse for a bunch of hippies
trying to get us to do LSD.
We'll have to get Marcus back on. He'll definitely agree with me on it.
Is it any more fringe, for example, than a Oumuamua being a solar sail?
Maybe
That's
not.
a very good call. But yeah, I've just remembered her name. It's Elaine Morgan.
Where we go, Jamie. We're wrapping it up. We're
wrapping it up.
That is episode 200. Jamie, what's been your favourite episode so far?
Oh my God, it's crazy looking back. I can't believe we've done 200 podcasts. That is mad. I feel very proud. 4.5 years. I'd say that my highlight was probably there's two big ones for me. One was talking to Al Worden, which was an early one for us, wasn't it, Matt?
Yeah, it was about 7 or 8 or something like that.
Yeah, talking to somebody that went to the moon. Crazy. I felt very nervous, but he was so lovely, bless him. Rest in peace. And then I reckon it was probably the absolute madness of talking for about 3 hours to Brian Blessed. I just thought it's just one of the highlights of my life. Watching him on telly, absolutely loving him, and then getting to chat to him about all kinds of things, and how he got lost in the Bermuda Triangle. Brilliant afternoon.
The Interplanetary Podcast is alive!
I mean, just the responses from people to the show have been pretty emotional at times, haven't they, Matt? Especially when we I can't believe that we've ever encouraged people to give up their day job and study space to go on and get a career in space. I mean, that blows our minds, doesn't it?
Yeah, that is absolutely awesome. Yeah. Yeah, no, that's the crowning achievement, isn't it, right there?
That's it. Can't say more than that. So, yeah, thank you very much. And as I say, I will almost certainly be back in some capacity one day. But until then, I'm going to maybe make a song called Iron Fluff.
You've got to do Iron Fluff now. That's it.
I like Sven on lead guitar. Rob, what would Rob play? Maybe the drummer?
Well, but you never know. I bet they all play. Bob, what do you play?
Just the vocals, I'm afraid.
Just vocals, that's all right.
Just the vocals. Rob?
Rob, what do you play?
The recorder, briefly, when I was 10.
Oh,
recorder?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, we can have a recorder solo. I'll put some distortion through it.
I used to play the piano.
Yes.
But recently I've tried saxophone.
There we go. Piano.
I'm not really
so
good yet.
Piano on left hand and sax on the right hand, and we got Matthew Russell on lead guitar. Perfect.
Yeah, I did used to play the flute, but when I hit 6'4" and about 15 stone at the age of 13, I thought I'd better give it up, really.
I love that. That's quite an image.
It'd be a strong look.
Yeah.
I think it was a little bit too strong.
Did you play it and stand on one leg?
Yeah, I did a bit more than that, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was quite a show.
Oh,
wow,
what
incredible stuff!
Well, send us a video and we'll.
Oh yeah, I think my mum's got a video somewhere.
We have to see it. We have to see it. We can't deny the world any longer.
Well, this has been an emotional journey, Jamie. You've got probably will be back. You will be back. I'm going to drag you back at some point. So,
well,
I think your solo album done and come back.
The solo album will be done, and then I think we should definitely do some more road trips in the future. And like always, we'd like some suggestions of where we should go and who we should interview. So there we go. That would be the comeback.
The comeback.
Yeah, I think we should sometime meet at Aztec. They have a really cool yearly open day.
Yeah, Aztec
visitors.
Yeah, Aztec would be a great idea. One. Yeah. Well, Aztec it is then. Jamie, what do you want to say?
I just want to say bon voyage, and until next time.
Well, we're all on planet Earth, aren't we? We're all travelling together, so that's good, isn't it? We're still
exactly.
We're still
Look out for each other, and I'll speak to you soon.
Bye, Spodcats.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye.
Well, good luck editing that.